What is up, guys? Actually heading to my buddy's house to help him work on a riding lawnmower. A little bit out of my wheelhouse, but figure I'd give him a hand. And today we're actually going to, as you can see, my fuel light is on. We're gonna try running some 88 Octane in the 19 Ram. So 88 Octane is called E-15, which means it's 15% ethanol and the rest 85% is gasoline. So it's a higher octane than 87, it's 88 octane, and it's a little bit cheaper. Of course my wipers suck, but we have a front end loader up here, slowing down the flow of traffic. Alright, so normally this truck, it's recommended to run 89 octane. But they say you can run 87. For the longest time when I got this truck, I was running 87 just because you can, and I didn't want to pay an extra 50 cents a gallon for freaking 89. Although I will say the truck does perform better. It gets better mileage and slightly better performance on the 89 because that's what it's meant for. I'm sure you could run 91 as well. I'm not sure if it's quite worth the money, but whatever. So right now, the fuel that is left in my tank, that's 89 octane. So we'll probably end up with a mixture of like 88.8 because I've got the 33 gallon tank in this truck. We'll see how many gallons we put in, but either way, there's going to be probably like 2-3 gallons left to 89 in there. So I got the owner's manual opened up real quick, and as you can see here, fuel selection 5.7 liter, 89 recommended, 87 acceptable, 0 to 15% ethanol, do not use E85. So 15% is the maximum ethanol we can run. That's what this E15 is, this 88 octane. So I'm not going to do this all the time in this truck. I just want to run a tank through it, maybe 2 or 3 tanks, and kind of see how it compares to the 88, 89, and so on. Also, while we're in here, I just wanted to point out there's a lot of things like there's a lot of info in here and people don't realize it in their owner's manuals. This has your complete recommended maintenance schedule. They got an index in here. It has basically everything. I'm actually going to flip to this page here because I was reading about this and I never even thought about it. And I was like, huh, that was good to know, just in case. As you can see here, the fuel cap, there's no fuel cap on these trucks. It's just a little flapper. Okay, so it's saying like if you run out of gas, most gas cans won't open this thing, especially those stupid new gas cans that you got to pull the collar back to let them flow, the new safety ones that suck. So it turns out they actually supply you with a funnel that's supposed to be by your jack and jack toolkit, which should be under your passenger seat on the side. I believe it's either in the front or the side. There should be a little panel, but so you'll have your jack in there and there should be a funnel for this, so you can jam the funnel in there. That'll hold the flap open for you. The funnel will come up a little higher so you can hold your fuel can and fuel up the truck. Now see, I'd have had a hell of a time if I were to run out of fuel on the side of the road trying to jam a can in there without reading this. So this is really helpful and awesome to run across, just so you have that knowledge in case, you know, the situation arises. So owner's manual, read it. Still liking the OEM side steps for anyone that's interested. So as you saw there, we put 28.433 gallons in, and like I said, this is the 33 gallon tank. So you know, we got about 5 gallons, a little less than 5 gallons of 89 octane left in there. So there's probably not gonna be a huge difference here, but I did want to just try it, and I'll keep reporting on it. Like I said, I'll run 2 or 3 more tanks through. Got the heavy duty splash screen with the taser. Can't forget to reset the trip and the fuel economy. 481 on that last trip. It's probably the best I ever had in this thing overall. I could in theory get over 600 miles on a tank if I could do like 50 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour for the entire tank, getting, you know, 20 plus to the gallon. kicked loose. boost there, so much power. Obviously I'm kidding. It must have hit a patch of water or a slick spot on the concrete, but it was pretty funny. It has to be placebo effect, especially since 5 gallons is still just regular, you know. I mean, it's 89 octane, so it's a higher octane technically, but I don't know. It's got to be placebo because it just feels. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't floored it at 70 in a while, but it just feels a little bit stronger, even though I know that it's really not possible because we just put in 88 octane when I had 89, so it's actually lower octane. And I know that even if you had an 87 octane tune on a car and then switched to a 91 octane tune, it probably wouldn't be enough of a difference to feel in the seat. So this can't be right. All right, guys, so since we've filled up where I just showed you there with the 88 octane, I ran that tank down basically to empty and then filled up the truck again with the same 88 octane, the E-15. I just got back from a trip, went to Wisconsin from home here, and it was, I think, like a, let's see here, a 310 mile round trip. And yeah, it was interstate at 70 miles an hour for probably 60 miles. And then after that, it was all about 55 to 60 miles an hour, 55 to 65. But there was a lot of towns in there that were only like 20 miles an hour. So obviously you got to speed up, slow down. That kind of hurts your mileage. But looking at 21 right on the nuts. I haven't hand calculated it, but did kind of a similar trip a couple of weeks ago with the 89 octane. And it was a little colder out, which is going to affect your mileage. But I averaged 18 and a half on that trip. And there was more interstate, which means I got lower mileage there. But so I'm pretty happy with it. The truck seems to like the 88 octane, so I might stay with that. I might flip-flop back and forth between that and the 89. I don't know what I want to do yet, but I can now report though saying that it doesn't make it run bad. So if anyone was wondering anything like that, if they could run the 88 octane, you certainly can. There's been zero issues with the Hemi so far. And I think the 88 octane is a little cheaper than the 89, so it's a good happy medium if you don't want to be putting like the minimum recommended 87 octane in your truck. As you can actually see here at this quick trip, 87 is $1.89, and the 88, that's a higher octane, is actually 5 cents cheaper a gallon. So, and as you can see on that trip, we used just about half a tank of fuel, so go 33 gallon fuel tank. So as we said earlier, the E-15, otherwise known as the 88 octane, again, the E-15 means it's 15% ethanol, 85% gasoline, is typically cheaper than 87 octane, but yet it obviously has a higher octane rating. I averaged pretty good mileage with the 88 octane. I know like E85, you typically get worse mileage than you would with, say, 87 or 89 or 91, but it's also cheaper. So I figured with this one being a slightly higher ethanol, it might get worse mileage, but it's pretty marginal, really. So I would say anything 87 up to 91 octane you can run, including this E-15 88 octane. You just can't run E85 in your Hemi engine or anything like that. They also claim that it's basically safe to use in any vehicle 2001 or newer, which they claim is like 9 out of 10 cars on the road today, at least here in Minnesota. So hopefully that cleared up any questions you might have with being able to run the E-15 88 octane in your 2019 and up Ram, or basically, any Ram at that point, 2001 and newer. If this video helped you out, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like this. Check me out on Facebook at Tony the Truck Guy. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.